Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm super excited to be here with you. My name is Carla Caldwell. I am your Live Your Best Life coach. And I'm super excited to talk to you about the last 6 weeks of this year. Can you believe that? That's all we have left is 6 weeks. 6 weeks, that's it. And if you're interested in finishing strong, healthy in these last 6 weeks, I encourage you to stick around. I know that the last 6 weeks of the year can be stressful. There's a lot of demands, and there's a lot of food and a lot of family traditions. And many people just give up on their health. They give up on health and start again in January. But what if we could balance our health and honoring our favorite traditions and managing the stress of the last 6 weeks? So if you are interested in finishing these last 6 weeks of 2025 health strong, one, say yes in the comments, and two, join me to learn 2 super easy ways, manageable ways that you can end 2025 health strong. So, my first question, and this should always be the first question you ask yourself, is what matters most to you? What matters most to you more than anything in the entire world? It's that gets you up in the morning when you don't want to get up, when you're tired, when you're exhausted, but you finally get up. What is it that motivates you to get up? What matters most to you? And if you're willing to share in the comments, awesome. But if you don't feel comfortable, write it down for yourself. This is absolutely critical. What matters most to you is your driving force. It is the gasoline, it is the momentum, it is the energy that's going to get you through the next 6 weeks health strong. So when you know what matters most to you, and for many people, I hear a common answer. It's usually like family, friends, or my health. Whatever it is, I want you to keep that front and center. Front and center for the next 10 minutes as we work together. So, you know what matters most to you. We're going to talk about 2 things that move the needle to health. 2 things will support your health, absolutely. And the first one is movement. There's no getting around this. Movement is foundational for you to have your health. Now, if any part of you is like, I'm too busy, things are too stressful, things are too crazy, we're going to talk about how, even in the most extreme circumstances, you can increase your physical activity. My background is in nursing and health coaching, and I have over 12 years experience in preventing disease and reversing chronic disease. So when I tell you that movement is important, I know what I'm talking about. It's super important. Now, this doesn't have to mean that you go to the gym and lift weights. Movement can be walking, it can be dancing, it can be taking the stairs, it can be doing squats. Actually, research shows that when you do small segments of movement throughout the day, that's even better for you than doing a whole hour at the gym. Okay. So, movement is any time you move your body, and extra points if you enjoy it because you're more likely to do it. So, let's collect data from the most important place, you. And let's take a moment to rate your movement. How are you doing with moving your body on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being the worst, I'm not moving at all the way to 5. I move all day long. All day long, I'm constantly stretching, moving my body. I move all the time. Wherever you are, write it down. I'm going to write it down. Right now, I'm doing pretty good. I'm like a 4.12 with movement. Here's the question. Are you ready? How can you move just a little bit more? What is one small thing you can do starting tomorrow so that you move more? And I want you to think outside of the box. I want you to consider walking to the mailbox, walking around the block, walking your pets, playing with your kids, um, doing a short exercise video, taking the stairs, taking a break, and instead of emailing your colleague, like walking over to their desk if you are in an office setting. Get really creative. Dance to a song. These are all things you can do to move more. So, what is that one small thing, one small action item you can take to start moving more tomorrow? Whatever it is, write it down. The thing that I notice is that when we start to, ooh, you're a 5, Jan. That's awesome. You must be moving a lot. Well, no matter where you are on the scale, I do want to encourage you to move. Oh, Shelly, you're 4. Okay, you're doing good. So no matter where you are on the scale, oh, Joe, you're a 1. Okay, that's okay. That's okay because the only person we compete with is you yesterday. That's the only person. So wherever you are at, we are going to commit to move a little bit more and see if we can improve our number by 0.5 or more. Okay. So identify that one small thing you're going to do to move your body. And the good news is the more you move your body, the more you'll reduce your stress. These last 6 weeks of this year, it's really important to manage stress and sleep. And movement will help you do both of those. Okay, so we took care of movement. Are you willing to move a little more? For your health and well-being, are you willing to move a little more? Because these last 6 weeks, we want to finish health strong. I love that example. Open the front door and go out on a walk. Yes. Yes, that is perfect. So we want to also look at movement, or I'm sorry, food. I'm looking at my notes and I saw movement. We already talked about movement. We're going to talk about food. I am not here to tell you what diet. I've studied over 200 dietary theories, and at the end of the day, everyone is unique. And most diets, if you do the best version of them, they work. So that's not what I want to talk to you about. I like to follow Michael Pollan's advice: not too much, not too little, and mostly real food, meaning food that your great grandparents would recognize. So I want you to think about your food, and I want you to think about, how do you feel when you eat foods that make you feel good? How do you feel? A lot of times I hear answers like energized. Yes. Okay. Michelle is saying, I feel better. I sleep better. Yes. My belly feels better. Yes, absolutely. And you know what's really cool is when you're eating foods that make you feel good, you tend to be able to move more. It kind of works together. And when you move more, you eat better. It's this wonderful symbiotic relationship. So I want you to consider the benefits you get from moving. Now, remember, your driving force is what matters most to you. So again, I want to ask you this question. When you eat the foods that make you feel the best, how does that benefit what matters most to you? So if, for example, your family is what matters most to you, or your health, what happens? Okay, yeah, you feel more energized for your kids. You feel more satisfied. Thank you, Jan. Good. Keep that front and center. So now let's collect data from the most important place of all, you. Ready? On a scale of 1 to 5, please rate how you're doing with your food. So think of the last 7 days. The last 7 days, how are you doing with your food? A 1 is awful. I'm eating foods that make me feel awful, or maybe I'm not eating at all, or I'm eating too much. It's not good. All the way to 5, I'm eating the best foods for my body. I'm eating not too much, not too little. I feel fantastic. I'm a 3.97 because even though I do eat well, I sometimes skip a meal and then I eat a big meal. That's my current challenge. Okay, so you are going to write down your number. And remember, the goal is never to move from 1 to 5. For example, our goal is to move up zero point 0.5 of a point or more. So my question to you is, what is one small thing? One small action item that you're confident you can complete so that you can improve your food intake? What is one small thing? I'm going to let you think about it. And while you're thinking about it, I am going to share a few suggestions. You might look at planning a meal. And remember, we never want to go from 0 to 100 because research shows that when we make changes that are too big, they're not sustainable. We're more likely to maintain change if we make one small change at a time. So, looking at your food intake, what is one small thing? And some common things might be to plan your groceries or your meals. If you're eating out a lot, you might consider adding a home cooked meal. If you might improve your snacks, you might improve adding color to your diet. Those are all examples of things you can consider. So, one small thing. All right, to recap what we've done together, we talked about what matters most. That's the fuel. We looked at movement. We talked about how movement is so important. If we want to finish these last 6 weeks health strong, we want to make sure we're moving our body. We assessed ourselves and we identified one small action we can take so we can increase our number by 0.5. We talked about the importance of food. We did a little self-assessment on how we're doing. And we asked ourselves, what's that one small thing so we can move up 0.5 or more? Next, this is awesome. The work we've done together is so, so good. But if we don't do 2 things, we're not likely to move from idea to action. So let me know, yes or no, if you are willing to move from idea to action. All right. Yes, Maciel's ready. Good. I'm ready. I'm going to raise both my hands and my leg. Jan's going to add more fruit. Oh, I love that. Fruit is so good. That's awesome. Okay. So the 2 things, ready? And you should, if you could just make this a habit to do this anytime you set a goal, you're more likely to win with your goals, not just with these that we're talking about. If you address confidence, confidence is the strongest predictor of success. So from this moment forward, if you're serious about winning with your goals, you're always going to make sure that whatever goal you set, you're confident you can complete it. And how do you know? The truth tester is asking yourself, how confident am I? On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident am I that I can complete this goal I've set? If you're a 7 or above, you've set a really good goal. If you are below a 7, I'm going to encourage you to tweak your goal so that you feel more confident. You can ask yourself, how might I rewrite this goal so that I feel more confident? Trust me in this. Confidence is the strongest predictor of success. The second item, so we want to make sure we're confident. The second item is when we write our goal, we want to make it smart. We want to make sure it's specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-sensitive. Why? We're more likely to act. It's very different when you say, I want to eat better versus I will add a piece of fruit to each of my meals. Or I will have a piece of fruit twice a day for a snack. That's just an example. So for today and moving forward, we always want to make sure we feel confident and we always want to make sure we write it smart. So we only have 6 weeks left. And I know that you can finish these last six weeks health strong. And I know that you can find balance. I encourage you to steer away from all or nothing. It's okay to honor family traditions. It's okay to have fun. We understand these times are stressful, but that doesn't mean that we just stop with our health and wait until January. We can adopt a little more movement and look at adding a little better food to our diet so that we can balance being healthy and honoring our family traditions and managing the stress of the season. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about stress because stress is an issue all the time, but especially during the holidays. I am rooting for your success times 1,000. I hope you'll take a moment to witness the miracle of you. Just in this little time we've been together, your body has completed over 1,000 chemical reactions just to keep you going. What a miracle that is. So I want to honor the miracle of you. I want to thank you for gifting me with a little chunk of your time. And if you found this helpful, will you please share with your network? I am rooting for your success times 1,000, and I thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.